Hi there, welcome to Carcassonne with Witze. It's the Italian Champions League qualification. There is one ticket for the main stage to be won in the final, and at least four are hoping to secure this ticket. Today we'll focus on Angostur4 and Lambe, who were able, of course, to win their quarterfinals. Angostur was definitely the favorite against Noaska, managed to win. And Lambe had a way tougher opponent in Giulio Timao, but eked out a win as well. And so here we are. So Lambe was one of the representatives of Italy in both previous edition of the Champions League, lost in the group stages each time, is a master, but currently rated below 600 overall, a good player, not a strong one, and the same can be said about Angostur, who hasn't reached the 700 level yet. They have a bit of history, 3 games played this year, and at least 2 of them must have been pretty close according to these results here. So let's see what this match today will give us. I hope for a close match. I hope for 3 close games, as always. But we'll see. First 8 points on the board for Angostur, while Lambe was able to secure the first monastery and a field which will only grow, although he restricted it with this extender. Not really sure why exactly. I mean, he could have attacked Yellow City up top, but likely opted for more efficient play, hoping to close these squares next to the monastery while also building a city and possibly even the road as well. It looks like this did not work and might become more problematic once yellow adds any city piece over here, which they do now, and I'm definitely not a fan of this move. Would have rather added this to blue's cap up top and hope for a continuation to block these 3 meeples and not my city meeple as well. So blue threatens the square. Is this really necessary? Well, they wanted to kill this road meeple as well if possible. Did not work yet. So yellow goes for this kill, hoping to then create a larger ruin and win a mini battle. The one thing they might not have accounted for is this square, so they could have lost a third meeple. But now that blue is on this road, a kill over here isn't problematic for yellow anymore. So here we are, there is the kill. And yellow will win this mini battle due to their ruin. Blue even has to protect this square now. and their field is quite limited, and actually this protection kills this ruin at 4 points at most. This would be the case. Let's take the right one. The road Dorito and a dagger, but the dagger won't land there. That just doesn't make sense unless they'd be able to connect a secondary field to their main field, maybe. So this exchange definitely favors yellow here, and with the city being closed, not sure why Angostur, or was it Lambe, wrote something about refresh. Well, my Italian isn't really that strong. I mean, Buonasera, I know. Benvenuti a Carcassonne Cornuzze, I know as well, but when it gets murky at best, I don't know what they are talking about, but okay. What the hell? Why? But looks like it's working fine for yellow with this splitter. Now they even take this cap. Blue adds another road, another city to it. Yeah, I don't see the reason why yellow restricted this square. I mean, blue's road was open, so why do anything about this? In the end, it would only be good for you if these roads were united. But well, and they closed this city, add an insurance farmer there. Field is at 12 points, 2 open city caps there. And they threaten to run away with this once their field connects to blues. 9-pointer on the left side. They'd own both fields, or the united field, due to their 2 meeples here versus blues 1. And as long as blue has this monastery here, it could become tricky for them with only 1 meeple in hand. But at least when this connection would happen, both would get a meeple back. And blue secures their chance to still do something about the fields by getting the road monastery finished and a meeple back, also adding 2 points with this road as well. So there's still a chance. Meanwhile, yellow scores quite a lot for these caps. But also gives chance to blue to attack the field. And they quite surely need to win this field. Does this help? As of now, I don't see a reason not to add this to your side of the field. For example, this here could have worked. And then you would just take the 4 points and don't even think about this move, which quite frankly, they shouldn't anyway. So maybe just taking 3 points on the left side is all they need. Let blue connect here. This doesn't matter. It's only one farmer against 2 by yellow. And then blue would need the remaining rows to get their second one on the field. Slight obstruction over here, but yellow gets the perfect piece to connect. And now the fields are united, even though it's currently a minus 9 times 2, minus 2 points for these, minus 16-point move for blue. But they know full well they need to add this meeple over here. By the way, this works as well. There's still one starting tile left. And add another meeple to the field. There would be a ninja at the bottom with the one and only remaining crossroad. Yellow limits this square to the 2 remaining curves, takes away field Dorito options to connect there. And nice setup by blue over here, giving them the chance to connect with the third farmer by using, looks like curve or crossroad only. And then they need a curve to connect here as there are no straights left. And this here would be the perfect time for yellow to take this option away. And well, if you go there, why not add a third farmer of your own? You'd have 2 chances to connect. And if this connection were to happen, quite surely you'd win the game, as I really don't see a way for blue to tie the field and then score 10 points more than yellow with the remaining pieces. So this here looks only like yellow has to figure out whether it's worth it. They would have another option over here, which is tad better even, as then they could have used a crossroad as well to connect. Doesn't matter though, they connect over here. And now we'll see, blue has to go here, hope to draw the curve, and then double down with a fourth farmer. Also second attacking farmer, fourth farmer overall. And the question is, does yellow have to do anything over here? Should they even do anything over here? They definitely shouldn't add this in this way. Then blue could attack like this. And this would be the same, but with other pieces. And this here, though, is a really nice move. It takes away the options to attack here completely. Yeah, great find by yellow. And actually, there wasn't even a need to play something here or protect this because blue just had not enough moves, right? Yeah. One to connect, one to set up, one over here just doesn't work. Well, convincing win by yellow. Not sure if this was really better than the other attacking spot, considering up top you had 3 connection pieces versus 2 at the bottom, and also the chance for your opponent to re-attack up top was greater, as there were quite a lot of city tiles still left versus only 3 pieces over here, and some of them would even take away one of the connection pieces. So looks to me like the attack up top would have been a bit more precise. But anyway, yellow won, and we'll see if blue manages to force the decider or not. Not a fan of moves like this here. You just take away the upside of getting twin caps or extenders, and even if it's cumbersome at best to start a new city over here, for example, it might still be a better move. As this was likely to become problematic anyway, with many city pieces from yellow. And now blue has a ruin there, but threatens the square. Can't defend against triple city shenanigans like this one. Yeah, it's annoying, but there are still 2 daggers, so why not go for it? Yeah. Kudos to blue for executing this move. Definitely not one lightly taken, and they get the dagger right away. And if you have the guts to execute this one here, I think you deserve to get a dagger. So yellow closes their city. Blue tries to take this one. Doesn't work out on first try. I wouldn't close this. Instead, just open a new city. That's totally fine. Yeah, yellow will kill this, but it's a mini battle lost with 2 points. It's not the end of the world. And the upside of snatching in this city by getting a Dorito and later a horse was just too good to abandon this project with the starting tile. And in the end, yeah, mini battle lost, but 8 points gained. And a lot of pressure on Yellow City next to Blue's Monastery. Still, well, now Blue has their choice of obstructions. They could go for this. as their starting tile is the penultimate one, so there's only one tile left to go here. Else, they could have gone here and would have accomplished more or less the same, as there would only be one dagger. Maybe a bit impatient, but in a case where blue has only one meeple and just 2 or 1.5 maybe that are rather easy to liberate, I think you can go for this. There's still a splitter left, so could work out nicely for yellow. And even if they have to continue this city, there are still chances to close this one. I mean, all 5 feed Doritos are still in the deck, so this could work out nicely for them. Meanwhile, they killed blue's road meeple and got the splitter. The going gets tough for blue here. They are still ahead. For now, meeples are tied, but in the long run, yellow should have the meeple majority. I mean, there are 3 dead squares here and 4 dead meeples. 3 are blue, 1 is yellow. So it's, even with a lead of 13 points, looks like it will become an uphill battle for blue. It's also not easy for yellow to, for example, get this road meeple back. And meanwhile, blue scores road points. Oh, this here is dead, by the way. Blue scored a city at the bottom in the meantime. With the remaining starting tile, it takes away the crossroad from yellow's arsenal, but in an ideal world, of course, yellow would love to get road monastery here, and blue would rather kill this one. So one good chance for yellow to score a bunch of points could be this field, and of course a diamond-shaped city on the left side. Yeah, what to do as a blue now? Do you take the monastery here? Or do you meeple the field maybe? Or, well, if the field, maybe over here, then you'd have 3 cities on your field. They just go for 3 points. But once yellow closes the city, I'm pretty sure someone will snatch this field up immediately afterwards. Yellow saves the road extension. One downside of this move, though, is that blue might be able to attack this, or might attack it. They definitely are able to attack this with the road piece over here. Could have done with the crossroad, but of course they'd rather hope to close their 6-point loop and uses the meeple gained profitably, for example, on this field, or maybe on the right side as well. There's also another city waiting to be snatched by someone. Do I like this one? Not really, actually. Yes, it was very likely for blue to get the meeple back and close the road for 6 instead of 5 points. And you could have only gained 2, which also would have decreased the chances of your city. Well, then take 2 points at the bottom and just let blue draw their piece to get the third meeple back. Else they don't have any problem dropping a farmer immediately. Meanwhile, blue attacked yellow city up top and even connected, although there is still a city cap out there to re-attack the city, and still 2 Doritos, now only 1 because yellow drew 1, to take this one over. And if you're at +10 with only the 1 meeple in hand, but your opponent has 2, do you really want to give them the chance, or a chance like this? Isn't it better to just continue your side, even if it's -2 points? In comparison to the situation that exists now? I mean, there's still another horse out there to further add points to your side. So not sure this increased volatility was necessary there. Ooh, nice attack by yellow. Hoping to draw a curve here, or possibly one of the many other tiles that would allow them to connect. Here, for example, the road monastery would work nicely, but in this case, there is a way better move available for them. Scrolling this hamster, adding another city to their secondary field, so a 12-point move, which also has the upside of adding another point to their road. And then these fields are united. That's all she wrote for this match. Unless there is still a way, and there is a way for blue to re-attack. So I don't see the GG here, and blue had a meeple in hand. And they had a 50-50 to win this game. What the fuck? Am I hallucinating here? I think I'm not. So they were at 89. Yeah. Okay, I have to check this one, but it looks to me like Lambe threw this one here away. So first off, congratulations to Angostur for reaching the final. But now we'll check. Looks to me like they just needed the opponent to get the Dorito. Then they would have connected to the field, to the united field, worth 15 points. Yeah, so Lambe is at -11. They go over here. No, the problem is this is worth 3 points. So Lambe goes over here. Yellow gets the, let me switch this. So now the shielded Dorito for 5 points. And then blue connects with the vanilla. So blue gets 15. If I haven't miscounted the cities, right? 5 cities, yeah. So 15 versus 5 is still -1. And the problem for them is, let me clear all this. If their opponent gets the vanilla, they just block this possible connection with the Dorito. Yeah, looks like a loss in any case. So I was wrong. I'm still not sure if Lambe saw this option, but even if they did, it wouldn't have worked in any case. Yep, so that's it. Quick match even, but definitely an interesting one. And Angostur will wait for Polo Verde or Pepino. My money definitely would be on Polo Verde. Although, if Pepino was able to beat Barry 10, then they should have a chance against Polo Verde as well. So in terms of next streams, there is a match tomorrow in the Chinese Carcassonne Online Championship. It's the semi-final between 203 Club and Tomato Can, happening at 14 UTC. I definitely will be streaming that one. As for Champions League matches, we'll see once more matches are scheduled, although there aren't really that many taking place this week. Basically, should only be the losers bracket finals. So 10 games, 11 matches overall, I think. I will see. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.